Hello, hello, hello. Happy 2021. Happy 2021. Right, first live stream of 2021. So come in, drop your city and our state and say hello. We got Penny from the Scope. Hello, Penny from the Scope. Make sure you hit those hearts for me on Periscope and share and invite your followers, right? Got a lot to talk about, right? I woke up this morning and actually looking at how your taxes will be affected, right, with the stimulus, right, with the stimulus payouts and with your unemployment. So this is the 5 minutes of fame. Come in, drop your city and state, say hello, say happy new year, say what's up, do what you do, but just come in, credit and cash flow room and say hello. If you are first time viewing, I am known in the financial world as the queen of credit because of the results that I help people get with their personal credit and then position them to get business credit. So let me power that background off. We're going to have the 5 minutes of fame. Let me share my screen and just continue to come in and say hello. We have 4 minutes and counting. All right, so come in, say hello. We got Cedric. Dave Sincere says, what's going on? What's going on, Dave? To you. Hello to you. Let's see if this volume is on. Let's talk about if this stimulus money really is free money, right? Is it income? How will it affect your taxes? Will it affect your taxes? I can tell you right now, it definitely will. So come in and say hello. Showing love from NOLA. Hello, New Orleans. Cedric is in the credit and cash flow room. Thank you. Already on Facebook. Hit the heart button and showing some digital love. So thanks on Facebook for showing some digital love. Right. Dave Sincere, Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year to you as well, right? New Jersey is in the credit and cash flow and crypto and coins room, right? You got New Jersey in the room. K Love says hello, hello to you too. Happy 2021. Happy New Year to you all. Stanley, hello, Stanley says hello. Fazil says, is a high credit score really that important? Of course it's not, right? No, it's not really that important. Credit is for poor people. So if you don't have a high cash flow, then a high credit score is really that important. Since you asked the question, I'm assuming that you have a high fluctuation of cash flow coming in, because high income does not always mean a high credit score as well, right? I've seen six-figure income earners with low credit score. And what does that mean? That more of their money is going to the banks in interest. So the only time a high credit score is important is you want to protect your cash flow, right? If it's not, if you don't want to protect your cash flow or your income, then hey, a 500 credit score will do, right? Just go ahead, and the things that you get financed just make the banks richer, right? That's the only time a credit score is important. We got a Patreon member in, right? She has her Patreon symbol up. Joanne, thanks for being a Patreon member, right? You all have already have your video, first video in the Patreon account here on YouTube. So you should have gotten a notification on that. Latasha said big facts, right? Happy New Year to you as well. We have Penny on the Scope from Columbus, Ohio. Hello. New Jersey and Ohio is in the room, and New Orleans. Now we got Arlington Heights. Hello, Charlie from Arlington. Good evening, everyone. Nidra says good evening and Happy New Year. Good evening to you as well. Happy New Year to you too, G Brown, right? Happy New Year to you too, Shanika. So we have 36 seconds and counting. We got Carla. Hello, Carla. How's the weather there in Michigan? Did you all get snow for 2021? Did you all get snow there in Michigan? How's that northern weather? Right? Oh, you're welcome, Joanna. So you all come in. We're going to talk about this. Let's talk about your cash flow today. Let's talk about taxes, because everyone is looking forward to the stimulus all at the same time where it's tax return time. So boom, that's our time. That's the 5 minutes of fame. Thanks for everyone that came in the first 5 minutes so you can be a part of it and to say hello and to let me know where you are and that you are doing well in 2021, right? So glad you came here. Latasha said it's so peaceful here in Texas. It's cold. Wow, it's peaceful where I'm at as well, right? Not cold, but a little cool, right? Not cold, but a little cool. So you all do some do nows, right? Do some do nows for me. You're watching live, or if you're coming in, let other people know that I'm live, notify them. YouTube love this algorithm. So if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, right, hit the thumbs up as well. Sharing is caring, right? So share the live stream so other people can get this information that you're getting, right? Sharing is caring, right? And giving is in actuality receiving as well. And if you're on Periscope, hit those hearts, pump those hearts, show the screen, invite your followers so they can come in the room as well, right? So let's first start with the stimulus and how that relates to your tax return for 2021, being that your tax year will be 2020. So the stimulus payment, a lot of people always want to know, is this income, right? Will we have to pay taxes on that? The good news or the great news is no, right? The stimulus payment of $1,200 and the $600 payment that you got in 2020 is not income, right? That is not income. But here's the kicker, right? It is considered as an advancement on your credit, right? It's considered an advanced payment credit, advancement on your payment credit. So it's the reason why that when you get your stimulus and the payouts, right, there's an income level bracket, right? If someone receives the $600 stimulus, that means their earned income for the year was under $75,000 for the year, right? Third eye, that means that's your, am I pronouncing this right? Pineal gland, that pineal gland, that subconscious mind, right? The third eye of seeing and being. Hot knives is in the room. And so if you're under $75,000, right, it's an advanced payment. So people under a certain income level usually qualify for two types of credits, right? Your EIC, which is earned income credit, and then you have your child tax credit, the CTC, right? You usually qualify for earned income credit and child tax credit. Now, let me see if I can pull up the new 1040, because you usually will file a 1040 2020 tax return. And on the second page, tax form, the new 1040 tax form, see if they have that available. However, on page 2 of this 1040 tax form, right, you're going to see, let me see if I can blow this up. You're going to see this. And if you all have any credit questions, you can ask me at the end about credit, right? I'm going to get back on credit this year a lot. All right. The teacher passed the test, right? Thank you. Just wanted to make sure I had that correct. Right. So this will be your 1040, right? 2020 tax form. This is what it was looking like. This is why I've been coming to you all about the home-based business too. So this, especially if you were a person that was in the Paycheck Protection Program. So this is what your 1040 will look like, right? If you file a 1040, and on page 2, you will see refund, right? Well, it's the amount refunded to you. However, I'm sorry, line 27, earned income credit, additional child tax credit. And here you'll see, I'm sorry, line 29, right? American Opportunity Credit Form, recovery rebate credit. These were the lines 29 and 30 for the people that got both stimulus. 29 would be for the first stimulus, your American Opportunity Credit. And then 30 would be for the second stimulus if you got both, recovery rebate credit. So Queen, what does that mean? That means this is going to affect you if you had qualified for earned income credit, right? If you have a qualifying child, or your CTC child tax credit. And so what the IRS is saying, or the government or U.S. Treasury or Federal Reserve, right, is that you got an advancement on your EIC or income credit, or you got an advance. An advancement means an early pay, right? Or it came from your child tax credit. So the credits that you would get for those two are going to be deducted through your stimulus. See, people, I tell you all, the government gives you nothing for free. Nothing at all. Nothing for free. So it will not be taxable income, but it will deduct from that credit section on page 2 of a 1040. Right. So you'll see the plus now. They're saying this was an advanced credit. They call it an advanced credit payout, right? For disaster situation. So they gave it to you early in their language, period. As Nidra says, period. And so now this is what will be income, and this is going to really affect people. And this is the breakdown of how people taxes that's accustomed to maybe getting $8,000, $9,000, or $10,000 will be less. Because if you are receiving a stimulus and unemployment, right? And unemployment, the $600 unemployment during the first 3 months of this CARES Act will be taxable income. Now that will be taxable income to you. And then if you continue to receive the $300 after the $600 expired, that will be taxable income as well. And another stipulation will be, how will they treat people that either refuse to go back to work or willfully quit their jobs to get the unemployment income to earn more? That's still going to be up for discussion as well, because some people unethically receive the unemployment, meaning that they were not laid off or furloughed or fired. It was a voluntarily quit, right? And so now you have people that for 3 months and approximately 12 weeks received $2,400 a month just in federal, that did not include the state, right? Just in federal, and these people have received more money than they would have earned from their job. Well, now that's going to be income tax. That's going to count as income, right? And now with either your earned income credit taken away or not given, right? Or your child tax credit not given or taken away because you got an advancement on it. It's called the stimulus. That's going to deduct a lot of people because now they don't have any exemptions to claim. And when you file for a child tax credit or earned income credit, right, they don't start really processing these tax returns until mid-February because they have to check for identity theft. And this is a conversation that I had with two professional tax preparers who are my personal friends this morning. So some of this information quoting or providing directly from professional tax preparers this morning. So I want to clarify and make sure that I was delivering it correct. But it was the article that I read when I woke up this morning that made me, want to do this live stream on this, because a lot of the information I'm sharing with you all, I have paid subscriptions. So a lot of this, you can't even Google and find it. It's not released to the general public yet because I have a paid subscription with the Wall Street Journal and they release an article. So if you don't have that paid subscription, you wouldn't know, right? So this is not hit the local media or the Google News as of yet. So I'm breaking down to you and the paid subscription that I read in the conversation. So let me read some of your comments. Latasha, hope I'm pronouncing it. So you mean to tell me and that they held up these funds and they're actually being deducted from my tax refund this year? I mean, I always knew it was my money, but I thought it was in a reserve. It is in a reserve, the Federal Reserve. See, this is what people don't understand. When you give your money out of your paycheck in the form of federal taxes, the government tells you, right, that giving that money to them, you're giving it to them at a 0% interest rate. A tax refund, means to again, right? So they are just giving you the money back again that you gave to them, but you gave it to them out of your paycheck tax-free. I mean, yeah, tax-free, not tax-free, interest-free, I'm sorry, interest-free. So you give the government, the Federal Reserve, your money from your labor and federal taxes out of your paycheck, interest-free. They hold it for an entire year and they invest your money in assets that will make interest. And this is why I tell people to join the home-based business for less than $250 to make that adjustment to your paycheck. Because that refund means to, again, give back again, right? And you're just getting your money back again, but they paying you no interest on it. While they take your money, what the banks do, when you deposit, they take your money, they invest it. They also, banks are included in Forex trading overnight, and they make money from your money, and you get none of the interest on it. So many people question why even hold your money in the banks. They don't even pay interest on your cash anymore, unless you are storing that money there to move it into an asset, to purchase some type of asset that will either give you cash flowing money coming in or give you capital returns, right? But other than that, what's the point of holding money in the banks, right? Well, especially when they're printing it faster than you can earn it every day. So Hot Knife says the government goes farther than just reading between the lines because they know you don't know that people see money as of right now theme instead of the deductions. Natasha said, I was always under the impression that the stimulus fund came from an emergency fund that we pay taxes on. No, it's coming from your earned income credit that you would have received or your child tax credit. They called it, and we were just paying you in advancement. And that's why that has been added to the new 1040, right? So Hot Knife said it's mostly in the blue liberal states where they're basically just handing out money, pacifying our attention, our intentional, right? Thank you all for the New Year wishes. Nidra, that was good, Nidra. So yeah, it is held in a reserve account. They reserve to do what they want. That was good, Nidra. That was good. Trump had already eradicated the earned income credit for people in a higher tax bracket the year before last. So this is the so-called stimulus going to do. Yes, more damage in the long term, right? You are so right about the Wall Street Journal. Money has a language of its own. And if you want to learn, you have to become acclimated with the Wall Street Journal's Financial Times and other publications. And Dave, this is why I created my Patreon channel, because I'm like, if I'm paying a subscription every month to deliver you accurate news, not what you see on your television, not what you see on the media, you want accurate news, watch YouTube, right? YouTube is going to have a mixture, but usually YouTube is going to have the most truthful news out of the misleading news, right? That you see on your like CNN and your news that comes on the television, right? Or live vision, right? And so if I have to pay a subscription and if I have to invest in knowledge, then why shouldn't you pay a subscription as well? So that's why a lot of the more in-depth things people are going to have to subscribe to learn on my Patreon channel. You have to invest in knowledge, right? You have to invest in knowledge. I have a 2 or 3 year subscription. I also get the physical paper delivered. People can get, I don't know what eBay got to do with this. Can you get a subscription on eBay? Is that why you put that? I didn't know eBay sold news subscription. The Federal Reserve is not owned by the American government. The American government borrows money with interest from the Federal Reserve, very high, if I may add. And you know who pays that interest back, or who pays that money back that they borrow? And then they have to pay the Federal Reserve that interest. People that just have jobs, or people that's on this side of the, as we call the cash flow quadrant, right? People that have jobs, or people that's in this bracket that pays even higher. Independent contractors. These are the people that income is between usually $150,000 a year and $400,000, right? Between $150,000, they might be soloist, specialists, doctors, lawyers, dental, independent contractor. Robert Kiyosaki also says the S on this side stands for stupid, because they pay higher taxes. Then you have employees that pay 30 to 40%, right? And so if you don't ever learn how to legally pay less taxes by getting on this side of the bracket where the Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Kanye West, right? See, Wesley Snipes and Lauryn Hill earn money on this side, right? Wesley Snipes and Lawrence Hill, it's a difference between tax evasion and tax manipulation, right? And so Kanye West created a nonprofit and got back millions from the federal government by creating and trademarking Sunday service. So what side of the bracket are you going to make money on? And for $250, this is what I've been telling people. So now people that joined me in the home-based business last year in 2020, they have 475 tax deductions now, right? So even if they miss out on their earned income credit or their child care tax credit, they have 475 tax deductions extra more to claim. And another new change this year in tax returns is that business meals, right, are tax write-off. My daughter and I just went out to eat, right? We were talking cryptocurrency. We did business while we were eating. I paid for the bill, but that's a tax deduction for me. Whereas if she and I were just going out to eat the first day of the year and we did not include any business in it, then it's not a tax deduction. That's why I've been telling people. And if you hire your child to work with you in your home-based business, right, and they're under the age of 18, you can claim, oh my God, it's been such a long time since I've done a live on this. I think up to $12,000 of deductions by hiring your child in your home-based business. That's from infant to age 18. And so employees and people on this side of the cash flow quadrant only have 15 exemptions. Listen to the language. It's a difference between exemptions and deductions. Deductions are for people that can shift themselves on this side of the quadrant. And you don't even have to go out and create your own business. You can get within the network of this business and work it from home, right? Exactly. That's why it's called a refund, because they are refunding you what you paid. And throughout the year, lots of people are still under the false impression that it's my right. You're getting back money that you gave the government. D says, can they have the Patreon link? Yeah, let me look that up, D. And I definitely will share that with you. Thank you for joining in. You're going to receive the insider secrets, stuff that I do not talk about publicly. And the first video is already uploaded. You're going to find some mind-blowing information there. So here's the link to the Patreon. What's even more about it, they have insurance up to $500,000 on federal cash that's sitting in banks. Okay, that's the link. I just clicked the link to join the other channel, the private Patreon channel. Right, Tell Live Vision. Yeah. Ruby D says, I will be definitely using the deductions. I'm not sure how they're going to do it per child, right? All I know is that if you get either earned income credit or both, or child tax credit, right? Then probably the amount that they paid out to you in stimulus will be deducted, right? I got my music playing in the background. It's playing Tupac. I had it on jazz, but I can rock with that Tupac, right? Dave Sincere says Silicon Valley is making a move to Austin, Texas. Really? Wow. Austin, I can see that. I can see that in Austin. Yeah, Austin is a very prosperous city in Texas. Just for the reason you're saying, no income state taxes. Elon Musk have already moved to Texas, right? And producing more vehicles there, right? A lot of tech companies packing up and moving to Austin. Exactly, because it's the rich and wealthy know that it's all about a tax game. That's what the lower income middle class has not realized yet. And if you haven't realized this and you're on my channel because you don't want to, now you're going to wish that you would have made that $250 investment and joined my home-based business come tax time, because you're going to see now that you're going to end up losing thousands because you don't have business tax deductions, right? You don't have business tax deductions. Good evening, Gwen. She's also a member of my Patreon channel. Look at D, all highlighted in green. Just became a member of the Patreon channel. Welcome, D Bucket. I love the Patreon channel because I can talk about a lot of things that and privately that I wouldn't share publicly, that'll really open your eyes up to the system, right? D, I just have one question. I want to know, what did you do to get a different, to get yours green like that? I see Gwen just has the symbol, but you have a whole, I like that. I love the color green anyway. D says yes. So, I guess because you just became a member, maybe it highlighted it like that. I'm not sure, right? So I'm not sure, but I love that. I love that. I love that. And so Now, for those people that's receiving unemployment, they're going to get a portion. Another new member. I'm loving this green, man. I'm loving this green. I got two favorite colors, green and gold. Green and gold. I'm going to show you some gold in a few minutes, right? Green and gold. Gwen, I think because she said they clicked on the link and it was, I think because they just joined, right? They said you just hit the join button. Okay, so maybe Gwen, because you joined earlier, there's this green, I'm assuming, I don't know. Someone said you hit the join button, but I like that green. And my other favorite color, as you can see, the microphone, everything is gold. I'm gonna show you all some more gold that I had last night at the end of this live stream, if I don't forget. And so the unemployment will be income. So you have people now that's going to have a higher income bracket, less deductions to claim, which is going to mean less taxes. And that EIC, earned income, another new member, man, I'm telling you, cash money for the 2021. I'm loving that, right? Loving that. Another new member. Oh, Ms. D, you're going to be so glad you took action. She said she joined me in the home-based business with MWR for 5 months. Would definitely take advantage of the home-based business tax deductions. Ms. D, you're gonna be so glad. So wow, I'm loving this green. 3 new members, right? D says the badge color changes the longer you're in the member. Okay, cool. You all are teaching me, and I love that you all are teaching me. And so that's how the stimulus and unemployment is going to work with your tax refunds. I just want to get you all up to date with that, right? You can expect, again, because even people that file earned income credit and the child tax credit usually have to wait till their forms are processed mid-February. I'm really expecting them to pass this $2,000 stimulus, right? It's still going back and forth. And I'm expecting them to pass this $2,000 stimulus. And this is why. They didn't want to pass it all in 2020, right? So if people get the $2,000 in 2021, right, what does that mean? That means now it's going to apply to 2022 tax returns. So the government didn't want to give over $3,800, and it really would have hit some people's tax return, right? So they said, well, let's keep this debate going. They've been going 3 days. I still think they're going to pass it. I still think Trump predictions from The Simpsons have to come alive, that he really bankrupts the United States. And if it doesn't, right, I'll just blame it on The Simpsons. I just blame it on The Simpsons, right? And so, but I think it's going to pass. The new administration for the Biden team will happen January the 20th. So I think under Trump's administration, it will pass, right? Then the 2,000 now can transfer to next year taxes, right? Another green in the house. I'm loving this. Another Nidra new member, right? I didn't think they want to overload, so they didn't do it all for 2020, right? But just know the tax consequences in it, right? And like Ms. D says, she's been in MWR with me. She's going to get her tax deduction. And Ms. D, if you do not have a professional tax preparer that can help you, right, get all of your business tax deductions, you definitely can reach out to me on I think you should have my cell number, but if not, message me on my website, but you should have my cell number, right? So that you can just text me, and I have a tax professional that knows all the tax deductions that you can get through the home-based business, right? But I'm telling people also to expect a delay. Congratulations and welcome, welcome, welcome all of my new members. I'm highlighting your names. I'm so glad you all joined the Patreon channel. So me highlighting your name is my welcome and thank you to you. I mean, glad you're getting this knowledge and glad that you're going to be more educated than 98% of the population, right? You'll be woke. You won't be walking in the dark. You won't be walking in the dark, right? Hot Knives says the corporation that I work for is saying that they are making much more revenue by having their employees work from home because production is up, and also more accessible by computer remote. And you have to look at it, right? That they are paying less in utilities, right? Overhead. They don't have people in the building. You're not having much electrical running. They're saving so much money on the overhead by having people. But this is what happens, Hot Knives. This is what happens. Now people are working from home. That transfers to them. So now their lights are on all day or operating all day, or as we say in the South, are running all day, right? The lights are running. Now their electricity is operating all day. And then if the kids are home for school and the kids are using the Wi-Fi, that's even more electricity, right? Even more groceries. And this is why I've been telling people passionately about the home-based business, is because now a portion of your utilities can be written out for tax deductions. And even, check this out, if you pay your kids to work in a home-based business, right? If you pay your kids to work in the home-based business, and then you allow your kids to go make groceries, you can do it this way. You can deposit the money, create them a banking account. Kids need to know how to use credit and debit cards anyway at an early age. I think that's something that the Black and brown community, we don't teach our kids about credit and money management at an early age. Go sign for your child to have a checking account, right? You'll have a joint account with them if they're underage, under 18. When you go shopping for groceries, now that's also tax deductible if it's done that way. Now you're not just paying for the groceries out of your pocket, because now you get this deduction from your child, so you get to recoup some of that money, right? Even if you're paying for them to participate in sports league, tutoring, any extracurricular activities, right? That's how you recoup that money. These are secrets, or I won't say secrets. This is just little known knowledge and loopholes that the rich and wealthy do all the time, right? Bills, there's no light bills, company don't have to pay. You're right, exactly. And so now if you're working from home, that bill is going to transfer to you. And this is how you get a tax write-off for it. You turn your house or your condo, apartment, or townhouse, or wherever you live, into a home-based business. So you don't get these write-offs if you're just working from home, because your employer will get some write-offs as you being the employee. So if you're working from home from your job, that is still not a home-based business entity. You're just transferring your work from your job to the house. So you have to be under the umbrella legally of a home-based business to get these tax deductions. And then, so when you join a home-based business with me, you're under that business's umbrella and you get all the deductions that allocated to that business, right? Because now you are partial business owner. See, just working from home from a job does not make you a business owner. It just makes you a work from home employee. I'm trying to get you to be a work from home entrepreneur, right? So this is why they allow Silicon Valley, the big businesses, to use up the elections. People have to understand that suburbia has nothing to do with Wall Street financially, right? And nothing to do with Wall Street. Main Street and Wall Street has nothing to do with each other as well, right? My personal tax person always deduction by deduction. I'm kind of like Trump. Okay, so you don't have a home-based business, Hot Knives, or you don't have a business, right? I'm sorry, I got you. I'm sorry. I thought that was Ruby. I'm sorry. Okay, I got you. Robbie, I got you. Sorry, Robbie. I apologize for that. Just my eyes get a little weaker without a light setting on the laptops. So charge it to my eyes, right? Charge it to my eyes. So welcome out. I just want to bring that breaking news to you all, because I know you didn't know. You probably, if you don't have a professional tax preparer, you probably Probably no more than your tax preparer at this time, right? You probably would need to invest in getting your taxes done the correct way as well. Don't expect for tax returns probably to be processed around maybe February or March, right? Because the IRS, the Fed, the U.S. Treasury, all of them are going to be overwhelmed with getting this stimulus out. But again, like I've informed people, right? A lot of people have started getting their stimulus in 24 hours. So what was the big difference, right? And getting stimulus in 24 hours in December or 48 hours till just in March, June, and July, it's taking weeks and months, even if it was electronically transferred to your banking account. It's all the game that they play. You have to know how to play the game. You have to know how to play the game if you want to stay above water. I tell you all the time that inflation, 2-3% inflation a year, you've already seen gas prices increases. I think they're going to stay there no matter what the travel is, right? And even with the travel industry, you haven't seen many discounts and flights, hotels. I was gonna go, and I'm like, whoa, I thought I was gonna get a deal because nobody is traveling, as the media says, due to this pandemic. And hotel room rates are still fully priced, no discounts. You have some ticket airlines at a discount, right? But it's in places that are highly locked down. I was looking into Puerto Rico over the holidays, but everything shuts down in Puerto Rico at 9 p.m. And I said, I don't want to go there. So many restrictions that I wouldn't have enjoyed going there anyway. So the places that you can find discounted airline tickets is so many restrictions that it's not going to be much fun if you go there at this time anyway, right? So Fronte, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Yay, you all give Fronte some digital love. If you're on something where you can put in an emoji, let me put an emoji in. Get him. I'm going to put, what emoji do I want to put in? I'm going to put the money emoji, right? Give Fronte. That's how you do it. Purchase silver with it. Good job. Take that cash and flip that cash into the asset. That's my emoji for you, right? I have my iPhone right in front of me. So Gwen says, I feel you. Hot Nine says, a unique situation. My kids are grown. I'm 40 and I also have a fixed electrical bill, a fixed Wi-Fi bill, and I also have more revenue from not putting gas in the car. Okay, but since your avatar name is Hot Knives, that's good. That's great, right? But I want to get you to stop fighting this war with knives and get swords. Get you a sword, right? That's great that you have a fixed electrical bill, a fixed Wi-Fi bill. You don't have to pay for gas. But I'm talking about getting you passive income. This home-based business pays every day, or it can position you to get paid every day. And you get 475 tax deductions. I'm talking about if you're going out to eat and you discuss business, now there's not a meal, that's tax deductions, right? And for a lot of people here, if schools go back to virtual homeschooling, these are strategies that you need to implement. Groceries are expensive. So you have 2, 3, or even 4 kids, right? It's going to be hard to survive. And I told people another reason why I believe the 2000 is coming, because they want to get people accustomed to that 2000, right? They want to get people accustomed to that universal basic income, UBI, that's set to be at $2,000. And then after this pandemic becomes less and less, I guess, of an outbreak, right? As the numbers go down or numbers are lower, then that UBI, universal basic income, is going to drop to just $1,000 a month. So, yeah, That's what it is. A lot of people talk about where's my stimulus, but whoa, this tax season, when they see that came from their earned income credit or child tax credit, it's going to be an eye opener. When they see that their unemployment now is income and there are thousands less than in their tax returns, and there's no telling how long it's going to be before tax returns are released, because right now the focus is on the 2000 stimulus, right? I know they're probably going to say that they're overwhelmed, right? But I do want to tell you all Happy New Year. This is the year for gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto. Let me see if I can have this picture. I'm going to text this picture real quick to my email so I can show you all. This was the dinner that my daughter and I were having. See, I might can. Let me see if I can pull it up behind me. And if not, I can't do that. Then I just text it. And we're doing crypto. And some people ask me sometimes about trading crypto. I don't trade it. The Bitcoin that I have to hold it because I look at the ones that I have as assets, right? So I don't necessarily trade it, but you can trade some of the utility coins. And if that's what you want to do, fine, right? If you want to, trade the. Oh. So, well, it's got a glare on it, but that's the picture. I'll just show it up on my I'll just show it up on my Gmail so you all can see it at a bigger pace. Or bigger screen, rather. And so she and I were discussing some things with the crypto. It's taking a while. Give me 1 second. I see your Black Boy has Rich Dad Poor Dad. Well, right now it has me on it. I connected my phone to it. Has Rich Dad Poor Dad on it. Yes, I have a lot of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I was gonna say too much, but it's never too much. Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? My next book that we're gonna talk about, my Patreon channel for 𝒞𝓄𝓃 is going to be fake, right? So that's going to be the next book in my Patreon channel, fake. I'm entering a business for woodworking. I get most of the wood free, but we'll pay 𝒲𝒽𝑒𝓇𝑒 with a sale price. We'll pay for exotic types or taxes or exotic types with sale price. Okay. I get most of the wood. That's great that you get most of that wood for free. Robbie D says Republican, Dominican Republican. Right. So I'm like, I didn't even want to travel. I'm like, what's the, traveling to places that, even though it's discounted, right? The tickets may be, you can't really enjoy yourself. So this is the picture of us. Well, that's her arm in the background. And so if you see, that's her phone, has the crypto screen. I just got her to start an account today, open up with 𝒞𝓄𝓃.com. So she's with 𝒞𝓄𝓃.com because of some of the perks that you can get from their rewards credit cards. She doesn't pay many bills at the house, but one of the bills that she paid is Netflix. And she wanted to use that their credit card to pay that Netflix with so she can get rewards points. But then when she saw how many tokens she had to get, then I think she had to get what about $1,400 of that CRO tokens, and she's like, "Oh no, that's okay. I won't get that for the Royal or Indigo Blue credit card." So for Crypto.com, so I told her, I said, I'll get you started with those credit those CRO points, Crypto.com points for her to go ahead and get the credit card, so she can get some rewards points, right? Also, it gave her $25, right? $25 back by using that referral link. She automatically got $25 back for joining Crypto.com. Now, a lot of people, we're going to shift the conversation. If you all have any credit questions, ask me, or if you want me to explain anything more about the taxes, stimulus tax, and refund, let me know, right? Let me know. How do I get, let me make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Home-based business link is how to shift your income. And this is what I want you to do. After you watch, it's 3 videos on this website. When you watch all 3 of them, it's about 22 minutes long, right? I want you to watch all of these 3 videos. After, everybody say after you've watched all 3 videos, because I want you to get an understanding of the business. And I'm on Central Standard Time, right? Go to howtoshiftyourincome.com. Now, do not text me on Sundays, right? Do not text this number on Sundays. And do not text after 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, right? But after you watch all 3 videos on howtoshiftyourincome.com, there's about 22 total minutes. Text HBB, just do not text me at all on Sundays, right? And do not text after 8 o'clock midnight. But go there and then text 601-720-2063, HBB for home-based business. And I'll text you back some more information to get you started and to get you enrolled, right? How do you get into buying gold and silver? I don't really explain gold to people because it's not about. It's $1,800 an ounce. I recommend silver. Silver will give you a better, higher return on your investment. Silver is about $30 an ounce right now. And when you look into investing in it, you're going to see is no taxes on it. And the reason why is no taxes when you purchase gold or silver, because it's legal, it's money. It's not legal tender. And this is why I try to get people to join the home-based business, because they need to understand that when you work for cash, that's man-made money, that's federal money, right? And you're taxed on it. And they take a chunk of your labor every time you get a paycheck. And this is why adding yourself, changing you from a person that's getting taxed to a corporation is what I recommend. And this is what I mean by that. If you notice on your birth certificate and your social security card, right? And I'm gonna stop sharing. I'll tell you about the silver stacking report. You'll see that your name is written in all caps, right? So your name is in all caps because that does not make you a person. It makes you a corporation. And you are an employee for the government. You're highly taxed, right? You're highly taxed as a result. You see 20% out of every paycheck. So what you have to do is, because they've already made you a corporation, right? Because when you learn how to spell your name in school, do they teach you to spell your name in all caps? Right? No, they don't. But you see it that way on your birth certificate and your social. So you can be taxed as a corporation and not a person, right? Gwen says, been trying to buy silver like crazy. It's selling fast. That's why I'm telling people you can tell what the assets are. They're not easily to get a hold to or obtain. When I told you all about silver at the beginning of the year, right? Silver in the spring was hard to get a hold to. When I told you all about Bitcoin at the beginning of the year, Bitcoin was at what, $6,000 or $7,000. Now let's look at the price of Bitcoin today. $29,383. True assets, people are becoming more and more difficult to get a hold to get access to. And this is all by design as well, right? So Bitcoin is 29,383. My daughter made a $500 investment. She's at $1,800 right now. So she have received almost a 4x return on her investment. And I asked her today, what if you would have put the 5,000 in there, right? You would have been very happy now if you would have put 5,000 versus 500. But you know, we still getting her more crypto, Bitcoin. Also about Bitcoin, people, Bitcoin is the big businesses. It's becoming less and less. They made or put articles out that Bitcoin is not going to be available on the open market for long for people to invest and get into. And I don't see Bitcoin actually getting any lower anytime soon. Hold on 1 minute. Because it may take a dip and drop in pricing, but I don't see it ever getting back to $6,000 or $7,000 to make it affordable for people to get back into at this time. You kind of missed the wave on that. Please don't be watching me now and then tell me at the end of this year that you also missed the wave on silver and or gold as well. What are my thoughts about buying an electric car, Tesla? I don't buy cars. I know that's the future, right? To buy cars. They're doing away with a lot of gas cars. So 4 or 5 years right now, you won't have a choice. And so right now what I do, I own 3 vehicles. And so I just lease vehicles and it be for tax purposes, right? I'm not trying to buy another vehicle. I lease something, ride it for a while, because when you don't have a note on your vehicles, you have to still have the money and cash flow to keep the maintenance, right? I have 1 vehicle that's 20 years old and people still want to buy it, especially the men, right? It's a box 2000 unlimited edition black leather seat Chevy Tahoe, and some reason the men here love it. Whenever I'm driving, I always get a man or two ask me, "Don't you want to sell that?" And I'm like, "No, I really use that for my real estate purchases." So let me get back to silver. Can you tell what time customer sports open? I have a question. I don't know. You probably have to look on MWR's website. I'm assuming they will be open Monday. They might be off today. And then I finished with silver. But I don't see anything on their website. This is their 1-800 number. Or you can just shoot them an email, right? Shoot them an email, support@MWR Financial. I'm assuming they should be up and going Monday. So I'll provide you that phone number. Also, I really don't recommend gold. Is really out of my followers' price range. And again, silver will be both for industrial use and monetary use, right? So you're going to get more of a return on your investment. The silver is very affordable. You can invest in the silver stacking report. I tell people all the time, you should want to know what silver to invest in. You need to know the difference between coins, rounds, and bullions, and what silver that when you want to resell it back to the dealers, right? Once the prices begin to increase, that you do not have to file a 1099-B form with the IRS, which means you will not be taxed on it. You don't want to purchase this tax-free and then pay tax out of your capital returns or your gains. So also it has top 3 stocks on here. The number 5 on this list, silver round, will bring you a 300% return on your investment once it's resold. Also, it's 6 mining stocks. If you want to look into those 6 mining stocks, the top 3 6 mining stocks currently are yielding a dividend payout of 11.79%, 12.67%, and 11.98%. So you click on the link. Please include your name and email in the notes so that I can email this report to you. And you just click on the buy now button. It will take you directly to that buy now. And that's the Queen of Coins. I'm planning on doing the Queen of Crypto silver stacking report as well. I'll probably get started on that tomorrow. Now, another platform for Coinbase, and this is what I like about Coinbase. If you want to purchase or invest in your crypto or Bitcoin on the other platform of Coinbase, crypto will allow you, 𝒞𝓄.𝑒, the first link I shared, will allow you to use credit cards to invest in crypto. You can also purchase your gold and silver with your credit cards, right? That's the credit to cash flow program, because you're using your credit not as a consumer, but as an investor, right? So you can do this on 𝒞𝓄.𝑒. However, on Coinbase.com, you have to use your cash. So this is why I say cash is not trash, right? Because you can buy assets with it. However, I'm just gonna share all of these. Cash is not king anymore, right? Because it's going to be devalued and it's a depreciating asset. Right, it is an asset. Cash is just the lowest yielding asset there is. So what you want to do is convert your cash or your credit, right, into an asset. So these are all 3 links. It's kind of if you want to use 𝒞𝓄.𝑒, that's the first link. Again, you can get $25 US cash once you use that referral link. If you use my referral link, if you go out and do it on your own, you don't get anything but the app and set up to use it. The second link is Coinbase, right? With Coinbase, you get $10 worth of Bitcoin, right? 𝒞𝓄.𝑒, you can connect credit cards to invest in your crypto. You cannot do that with Coinbase, right? And 𝒞𝓄.𝑒 do have reward credit cards that you can use as well. And while your money is in there, you can earn interest on it. Now, the difference between Coinbase and crypto, Coinbase is very user-friendly and you get a free Bitcoin when you use Coinbase. With crypto, you get the cash, right? $25 cash by using no referral links. But both of them have different cryptos you can invest in. So some of my cryptos is available on 𝒞𝓄.𝑒 is not available on Coinbase.com. And some of my Coinbase altcoins are not available on 𝒞𝓄.𝑒, right? So that's how I do that. But what I do like about 𝒞𝓄.𝑒 and Coinbase is they are interchangeable, meaning that if I have some Bitcoin on one platform like 𝒞𝓄.𝑒 and I want to transfer it to the other one, I can do that, right? So they are interchangeable. The last one, you probably can't see that, so let me repost that, is Robinhood. And then Robinhood is very user-friendly, right? However, you don't get to actually have possession of the Bitcoin on Robinhood, right? It's just an exchange. But with Robinhood, it is very liquidable, and you get free stocks once you use my Robinhood account, right? you get free stocks. So everything is has a incentive of using these links. And so Robinhood is very easy for you to look at your total returns, liquidate. That means to transfer it out of your Bitcoin or other cryptos into your checking account. And it's no fees, right, when you make those transfers. Another thing about 𝒞𝓄.com as well is that it's no fees when you purchase the crypto, right? And you get the free $25. There's no fee when you purchase the crypto. However, when you transfer it back to your checking account, there will be a small fee. With Coinbase, it's a fee when you purchase and a fee when you transfer. But again, both of those platforms have different altcoins and crypto that I'm invested in. So I need both. All right, hit me. That's the title of this. It was supposed to be about taxes, but I ended up getting to crypto anyway in my live stream. You can try to ask me a tax question. I'm gonna try my best to answer. I do not do taxes, and I have to keep my mind fresh for credit. So I can't overwhelm myself with trying to do taxes and credit. Credit itself is overwhelming, right? So you can try to ask me a tax question. If I know it, I answer. If I don't, then I'll be honest with you and tell you I don't, right? Because I don't want to give you the wrong information. Kerwin says, I have about $75 in cashback rewards. Should I use it for silver or XRP? Again, Kerwin, I don't give financial advice here, right? I don't give financial advice, but I will tell you this. Do your own due diligence. I mean, with $75 can only buy you like 2 ounces of silver. So if I was looking at return on investment, I think SRP is about 24 cents. If it was me, again, not giving you investing advice, do your own research and due diligence. I probably would go with the crypto because it's $75 in XRP. Being that XRP meets the SEC guidelines, right? And they pass their regulations test that they're currently under. I don't know the future XRP and I won't tell you, but if the future is bright, then the great return on your investment would be XRP with $75. So, all right, let's try to get this. I am a revenue program. The items I receive get counted as income. I am in a review program and get counted income that result in me receiving a 1099. I'm a professional reviewer and affiliate income from my reviews is my primary source. Okay, good deal. Any issue with reporting everything I bought with this credit, I receive the 1099 as a deduction. So when I get the $47,000 1099, I will have $47,000 in deduction because you get 1099 income and not W-4 income, right? So that doesn't mean you'll get $47,000 in deduction though. Just because your income is $47,000 doesn't mean that your deductions will equal to $47,000, right? My income is additional 1099. This 1099, how much? I really don't, but it doesn't mean that you will get $47,000 worth of deduction just because you're getting 1099 income, right? You have independent contractors, people on this side of the cash flow quadrant that earn their money in a 1099 income. But if you don't have your own business for that, see, you're earning a different type of income, which means you are taxed differently than a person with a job, but you still need tax deductions because some companies that hire people for independent contractors, right? They claim all of the business tax deductions for that employee. The second 1099, oh, you got a second 1099. Oh, you'll get 2 1099s for your affiliate income and 1 for the items I receive for review. The second 1099 is equal to the items I receive for review. So both of them equal out. Wow. I don't actually get money for the second 1099. I get stuff for review. So is the stuff for review tax deductible? Oh, you don't get the money. You get some physical stuff that you have to review. So what makes that stuff tax deductible, right? Like you're reviewing some things, they send you the things, you get to keep the items that you're reviewing, which is, I guess, a bonus, right? If you like the stuff. So what makes that stuff a tax deduction? Because I'm pretty sure the company that's sending you the stuff is using the stuff that they're sending you, this makes sense, as tax deduction for the company. Because they want tax write-off as well. So let me let you finish typing. How does unemployment benefit change my EIC? You may came in at the tail end of this video. It's considered as an advance payment, advance income payment. Let me see if I can. Advance income tax. That's exactly what it is. The stimulus is actually called an advanced income tax, right? And so the advanced income tax, and I showed this earlier, and you probably just came in, but on the new form 1040 for the 2020 tax year on page 2, let me see if I can pull that form up again. On this form, this is the new tax form, 2020. And on page 2, in this section, this is where line 27, earned income credit, line 28, additional child tax credit, lines 29 and 30 is for the stimulus, right? So this is where, if you got the first stimulus in line 29, it'll be American Opportunity Credit Form, $1,200 will go here, right? Then if you got your recovery rebate, that's what they call the second stimulus, your $600 will go here. Then 27 again, earned tax credit. So you then, right, would add the lines together, 27 through 31, and your refundable, and then all of this will be subtracted, right? So it's either going to come from your EIC or CTC, child tax credit, right? Because they're stating, they're using the term publicly as stimulus, but on your tax returns, it's going to be referred to as credits, right? So it might X those out. Robbie says, I just bought some silver rounds. Oh, thank you. Congratulations, you all. Show him some digital love as well. Let me see. Can I answer this? I don't know what I'm asking, meaning my job is to review. The only reason why I get stuff is to review. It's my job, so I buy. Oh, you buy the stuff to review. I thought they gave it to you. They sent it to you. After the stimulus, the $1,200 has no effect on your taxes. You're getting a stimulus rebate. Right, you're getting the money. It's called an advance income. It's an advance. You're getting the money early, right? And it's an advancement. So that's why they have people under a certain income that qualifies, because they know, for example, if you make under $75,000 a year, you qualify for either the earned income credit or child tax credit. So when they give you an advancement on that money, that means that money is not going to be available to you. You got, that's like, okay, you're hired, right? Thank you, big boy. Appreciate that. You're hired. I'm hiring you to work for me. and you tell me, Queen, I got a light bill due, and if I don't pay my light bill, my lights will be disconnected, right? If I don't pay my electrical bill, I give you an advance payment. I said, well, you've been a good employee. I trust you, right? I'm going to give you your 2 weeks pay today. Today is Friday. Well, when the next 2 weeks come and you're supposed to get paid, you shouldn't be expecting that paycheck because I gave you that paycheck as an advancement. So all of it's going to fall under the same category. So one of these are going to be affected, as well as your federal unemployment income. The $600 and $300 will count as taxable income. So for some people, they may have been earning $35,000 a year, right? Now they have an additional $5,000 or $8,000, which will put them in a whole another tax bracket. Right now you're over the 40-something thousand. Some of your credits have been taken away, and you don't have any additional deductions. So you can see a decrease because now you're in a higher tax bracket. You're going to pay more taxes because your income increased. And as a result, you're going to see a decrease on your tax return, especially for people that's used to averaging about $8,000 or $10,000. Right? An advancement is just what it is. It's an advancement. Right? Big boy, thank you, my king, for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you all and all the Patreons for supporting the channel. So you will not get the $1,200, $600 in April because they already got it. But if you did not get those checks, you can claim them in April when you file. And this is the thing. For the people that did not get the stimulus, you don't know if the feds and the IRS going to write you back and say, you know what, you didn't get the stimulus because you didn't file a tax return for the 2018 or 2019 year. Let me turn my head on that. And let me tell you, anyone that didn't file a tax return is the reason why they didn't file it. So when you go on the IRS or someone that didn't get it website, say, hey, I didn't get my stimulus. I didn't get my advance tax credit. The IRS now have you in the system. And I say, oh, now we can track you, right? Because you're desperate for that money. We can find out where you are. You didn't file your census. We had census in 2020. It's amazing how that works together, right? And you didn't file your census. And you didn't file your taxes, right? Now we got you. Or you got unemployment, you didn't file your taxes. And now they have note that you received that unemployment, you didn't file your taxes. Now they got you. Now they got you. So, I said, does also mean if you have a child born in 2020 and did not get the stimulus deal, you can claim them when you file your taxes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Thank God for the census floated me for the year. I worked as enumerator, excellent play, and I get to stalk all my neighbors. Look, I'm glad I'm not your neighbor. But listen, you all, I'm signing off. It's been over an hour, but I've been glad to talk to you all. This was a great, I think, first live stream for 2021. And I always want to leave you with something. As the crypto teacher would say, just to make you think, right? Just to make you think. And I always say that money never fights money, right? When it comes to these politicians, and power never fights power. I have some people say, oh, if we had this person in office, if it was Democrat or Republican. Well, I was looking for a video and I found it as proof that they're all connected. Our politicians, our presidents, I don't care what color they look, black, white, light skin, dark skin, they're all in the same game, right? Money. Someone says, "Oh, thank you. This Donna is crazy. Donna is crazy." Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Really appreciate that. And going to share this with you. You stay all the way to the end, you might learn more today, right? All depends on where your priorities are and how serious you are this year about changing your financial future. So let's watch this.
And if that bubble crashes, it's a problem.
Make you think. And basically we had the Apple event today, the iPhone 12, and what was the feature? All the news was talking about is 5G. And guys, we know 5G is not good for us, especially when they actually start doing the millimeter wave. And we know that is what? A military weapon. So we definitely see us going in that direction. How are they going to expose it? With the iPhone. Where everybody's having fun with the iPhone. Where everybody's having fun with virtual reality. The same way you have TikTok, everybody playing, and they're getting all your information. So basically, guys, I have a few videos here that's explaining 5G risk, and then also the entertainment behind it, and then plus Trump. So guys, anybody who thinks that Trump is on your side, after you watch this and you understand 5G, you know he's not. But all presidents are what? Related, and they work for who? The banks. That's right. Y'all enjoy the video. Have a great.
Okay, he said all presidents are related, and they work for who? The banks. Let me show you proof that all of them are related, right? Again, something to make you think.
Involved in, we've given them the incentive they need. It's a race that we will win.
In the School Watch tonight, the story of a 7th grader from Salinas who claims to have made a major discovery about President Obama. She and her grandfather say that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president. We get more tonight from Action News reporter 𝒞𝓋𝑒, who's live in our Salinas newsroom.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer, really all summer, tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her conclusion that all the presidents, with the exception of one, share the same grandfather.
Well, first we start off with George Washington at the top, and then it goes to John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
11-year-old Bridget Dovigneau says she's made a first-of-its-kind discovery that President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they're all cousins, and they're grandsons of John Rockland.
Dovigneau says she spent countless hours on the internet over the summer researching the lineage of our presidents, a project that started with her trying to trace her own family tree.
But I'm the first historian to do all the presidents. I'm very glad I got this done, and I think it will turn out to be a success.
The Monte Vista Christian 7th grader has written President Obama to tell him the presidents before him are his cousins. She hopes to present this family tree chart personally to the president. But Bridget has her skeptics, including this reporter. Her biggest supporter and firm believer that Obama is a descendant of a former king of England is no doubt her mother.
And you have a child, and they 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 have a child. All we're saying, all she's saying is this guy is the great, 25th, 27th, depending on what line it is. He created all this family. So do I believe it? Yes. It's hard, but it's true.
Well, Mom said it. Hard to believe, but you got to give the little girl an A+ for at least trying to do that and trying to accomplish that feat. And by the way, Bridget has concluded she's the 11th cousin of President Obama. Dan,
All right, very good. Thank you, Felix. So who is the one that President Barack Obama is not related to, according to the 7th grader? Martin Van Buren, 8th president of the United States, first U.S. president born in the U.S., Van Buren was a widowed farmer and tavern keeper from New York who helped form the Democratic Party. Served one term as president. His ancestry is Dutch, and according to the Salinas seventh grader, all of the other presidents are of English ancestry.
Recall the discovery that President Barack Obama and former Vice President Dick Cheney are related. You can now add some more curious branches to the Obama family tree. It turns out the 2008 presidential election was a family affair. The folks at Ancestry.com say the president is a distant relative to Sarah Palin. Not only that, they also say he's got a connection to radio host Rush Limbaugh. And to top it off, apparently Obama and former President George W. Bush are relatives. A genealogist says Obama and Palin are 10th cousins through a common ancestor who lived in the 17th century. As for Limbaugh, he's also a 10th cousin of the president, one time removed through a common ancestor who was a large landowner in Virginia. And when it comes to Bush, he and Obama are 11th cousins. It's unlikely, though, that there will be any kind of extended family reunion anytime soon. Diane Kepley, The Associated Press.
President Obama comes from a diverse background. This morning we have new information about his ancestors that you have not heard anywhere else.
This surprising connection goes all the way back to the earliest days of colonial America. Bill Plant is at the White House with that story. Bill, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gail. Well, we've already learned that Barack Obama is related, however distantly, to people as diverse as Warren Buffett, Sarah Palin, Rush Limbaugh, and George W. Bush. But now the researchers at Ancestry.com have discovered startling new evidence, a connection in his mother's family tree. President Obama's diverse roots from Kenya to Kansas are widely known, but now researchers have found a new link.
President Obama is the 11th great-grandson of John Punch, who was the first documented African to be enslaved for life in the American colonies.
Joseph Shumway of Ancestry.com says the president's white mother is a direct descendant of the first known slave in the American colonies through a family by the name of Bunch.
We found that through DNA testing done by members of the Bunch family, that their direct ancestors are of sub-Saharan African origin. Eventually, we were able to make a connection with the earliest Bunch family members and a gentleman by the name of John Punch.
In 1640, John Punch, an African, was a servant in Virginia who escaped, was caught, and sentenced to remain in bondage to his master for life. As for the difference in the names, Punch with a P versus Bunch with a B, researchers say that's not unusual, that early record keepers wrote names as they sounded. Though records are incomplete, the Ancestry.com genealogists say the slave John Punch is the only likely person to have been the father of John Bunch sometime before 1637. John Bunch's mother was white, and so was his wife, which means that President Obama descends from the first known black and white couple who left traceable descendants.
How certainly it is almost the poorest country in the world.
All right. So that's it. I kind of, Jesus, I think I ran easy off. I think I ran easy off on my live streams. Or either I blocked them, I'm not sure. But this is one I wish I would have had him on, because he's always talking about the blue states, the red states, the Democrats, the Republicans. Look, they all share the same bloodline. Power does not fight power. Money does not fight money. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna say that. I don't want to lose my people, but it's already usually predetermined who they want to serve the next office of presidency. It's been twice in my generation that I know during presidential runoff that other presidents have won, but that's not the one that was placed in the White House. I say it that way. So once you understand the history, and you're going to understand this in the Patreon channel, you're going to understand how money works, how credit works, what true assets are. You're going to understand the history of all of this, and it's going to help you better be open to the future, right? Better hope you be open to the future. How do I feel that I know there's truth to some extent? How do you separate the financial world system for the things? I make myself a corporation. I know I'll be taxed less, and I turn my credit and my cash into assets. I hope that helped answer your questions. And I don't worry about it. I know the history behind it. And that's why I'm not stressed behind it. And that's why I focus on my economy in my house and not who's in the White House. Because no president has changed anyone's financial future. None of them. None of them. Right? King James. Oh, I love that name. King James says the royal family is the same. Exactly. And that's what the presidency is. It's a makeup of the bloodline of people that they want to reign in that position. So don't think that the president has the peasants' best mind and interest. They're going to do whatever that blood lineage and whatever the feds want done at that appointed time, or not, they would not be in that position at all. So here's to your peace and prosperity, your credit and your cash flow, your health and your wealth, and my God, your taxes. Because a lot of people are going to take thousands of dollars hit because they thought that this money was not free just because the verbiage of it will be non-taxable income was used. But you didn't know they was going to take that from your credit section, did you? And these are new 1040s. You've never seen these on any 1040 that you ever filed or returned on. Thank you, Queen, out of Dallas, Texas. Gwen, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Queen, a credit out. See you all on the next live stream. And thank you all the Patreons, the super chat, and all the intellectual conversations. I really do like having more of this crowd of people on my live streams than someone I got to argue with, like a Easy that worked 3 jobs, right? And was shocked that his marriage didn't work out. Or he's going back and forth and telling me, if we just get this person in office, look, all of them are connected. You can't get to that level if you're not going to play the game that way. And they're not looking out for the peasants. I'm sorry. So you have to look out for ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves, right? All right, see you all on this live stream. You all have a great night. How do I get access to the new channel? You all are hungry for information, aren't you? I don't know. Where did I shared that link somewhere. There's so many comments. Let me stroll up. I love that hunger, though. I love it. The channel probably gonna blow up. I showed you all about the home-based business while I'm here this year. I told you watch those 3 videos and you can send me a text. I sent you all the links to the 3 different sources, and I broke down 3 different sources that you can purchase your 𝒞𝓄.com. I will get that Queen of Crypto digital book out, just like I have the Queen of Coin Silver Stacking Report. If you want to get that, it's on my website as well at fixmycreditandcash.com. It's FIX. Also, if you want credit help, I'm back in the credit help. I'm back doing credit disputes. So that's the Patreon channel to support. And thank you all. We're going to be woke in 2021, right? We're going to be woke. And I hate to say this because I'm not trying to be harsh, right? I saw this Facebook post that said 2020 was the test, but 2021 would be the testimony. And for people that are prepared to have assets, that would be true. But for people who don't understand that this dollar is going to be heavily devalued, depreciated, right? And they don't understand that some of their jobs are not coming back. 60% of jobs will not come back. Artificial intelligence is here, right? And robots and AI are replacing jobs. So you have to, again, cash is the lowest yielding asset. So you have to put your cash in something that will grow and outpace inflation, right? Inflation is rising prices of your everyday goods and services. And if you're not doing that, And if you don't have some way to have cash flow and income, that's why I've been talking about crypto heavily and credit. What if you're some of the people that cut up their credit cards, like Dave Ramsey suggested, and you didn't have any way to pay your essential bills? Because people that's even receiving unemployment, the $300 is gone. It ended, Christmas Day, December 26th. And it's going to take at least 3 to 6 weeks before that $300 be implemented again or updated in their state system coming from the federal, right? So they have a 3 to 6 week gap. And only a $600 stimulus could to carry them during that gap, right? Moratoriums, evictions, and even the additional 300 unemployment ends March 14th. So this is chess people, not checkers. So for a lot of people, 2020 was a testimony. Just because you survive and you're still healthy, and you're still here, but 2021 is going to be the test, right? Trump is out with them. He's a part of it too, right? He's a part of it too. I don't know why people think Trump is already bankrupt the United States. He did exactly what the king of bankruptcy do. So maybe a part of, yeah, he's going to go down as probably the worst president in history. But you know what about Trump? I think he's going to get elected again if he runs in 2024. I really do. I really do. We'll see. If I'm still here to do my live stream, we'll see if that prediction comes true. But I think after these 4 years, he'll get elected again for 2025. But we will see, right? Get yourself a corporation, get yourself some coins, gold and silver, get yourself some crypto, and get yourself some credit, right? Get yourself some credit. All right, you all. See you on my next live stream.